Alright, well, I told you guys I was gonna give you some updates and do a little camper remodel video, so here's what I gotta do. This is what we got for the camper remodel. So this area here, like I said, I don't have kids. It's got 3 bunk beds. They're really small. You can barely fit in them. Like the max weight on this is 210 pounds, so I cannot sleep there. I'm like right just over the limit for that. And I need a space where I can set up a desk and a computer and have like an editing station and somewhere I can work on the website and stuff like that. So I don't really want to do it out here because it's just, I would have cords and stuff, hard drives all over the place. It would be a mess. I'd have to take it down every time I travel. So gonna have to remove that. Gonna have to remove the underneath of there. I gotta take the outdoor kitchen out of this section because in there hidden is the outdoor kitchen on the outside that slides in there. So gotta get rid of that. I don't know how I'm gonna film this. It's in a really tight space here, but I'm gonna do my best for you guys. So here we go. See how this goes. Got a few tools here. Probably gonna need a drill. So what I'm thinking is the biggest problem is going to be all this stuff. Lines to deal with here. Got to figure out how to get rid of those or plug them. And then also plug up that sewer pipe and move that electrical somewhere. But getting there. Gonna smack this stuff with a hammer. Start knocking this out, and then mostly it just got that wall. Almost fully demolished here. Got this whole thing wall up here. And this floor, I was actually kind of happy because this floor is finished. You can see it still has the regular laminate just like this does. So yeah, not too bad. Now I've got to do something with these water lines and I'm trying to figure out what I should do, if I should just cut them out. But I actually found out that those run down here. So I'm gonna get rid of these. I'm gonna replace this with just an elbow, a 90-degree elbow. And then got these here, the shark bites. So these will be the elbows. I'm gonna replace those, get rid of this. And then my plan is to actually pull those back through the floor and then run them underneath the camper and have them come up on the inside of this wall. Won't have any kind of water here. The problem with having these here is I'm gonna have a computer, I'm gonna have a surge protector and hard drives plugged in and all kinds of electronics in this corner area, and if one of these lines bursts, it is not gonna be good. So getting rid of those for right now, and then I think that I came up with a solution for the desk. So made some progress. Got all that stuff out, as you can see. Everything is out. It's all gone. Got these boards off the floor, swept it up. The whole camper underneath is protected with this Day 3 of the camper remodel, and I'm going to show you guys where I'm at with that process. And I've actually got a pretty cool solution that I figured out for my desk that's going to be a lot easier than going through the whole process of framing up a desk and tying it into the walls and making something from scratch. So I'm going to get to that. First, me and Molly are gonna hop in the truck. How's that trip ride? You like riding in the truck? That's what we're here for, folks. Right there. Predator 4000. So, I posted on Facebook today that I was looking for generator recommendations, whether to go with a generator or one of the quiet inverters. And a lot of the quiet inverters are a lot less watts, but they're more expensive. And sometimes you need 2 of them to run the AC with all your electronics and your RV or your lights and everything all at the same time. So, made a post on Facebook. Literally, I have such good friends that within like 15 minutes, one of my best friends from high school had said, "Hey, got a brand new generator. We used it one time. Come over to the house and get it." So, you guys will probably get to meet Ben. He's literally the reason I started hunting, so love the guy. Couldn't be thankful enough for him. So. Not too terrible for as far as generators go. Nice. After we sell it, it'll just be 3. You won't even notice it, because what happens is, when it unrolls all the way to the end of this,
you know, you lifted
that's just where it stops.
Helping me a bit.
That's how it knows to stop. It just stops where the fabric runs out.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll just stop a few inches shorter than normal, which would be, you're not even gonna be able to notice it. It's gonna be the same length out here.
I got some string some thread that's pretty heavy like that. You need to cut that off. You need to clear this clearance it wants to pull out.
So if we bring your sewing machine out here on the driveway.
We could bring it out on the driveway.
I've got a bunch of stuff I've been doing today. So I've been working on the awning. As you can see, got that taken apart. Went to town, picked up some parts for it. We've got it trimmed and I'm gonna fix it. So trim the torn edge off of it, and then we're gonna re-sew the thing that goes in the track to put it back up. So should have that done tonight. Have the awning fixed. I picked up a brand new generator today because the one I was using had a 13 amp breaker and it kept popping the breaker every time the AC would kick on, so couldn't run any of my computer or any of the lights or anything else in the trailer. So got that figured out. Got some tools, got a surge protector, got a bunch of RV stuff today at the RV place, so all the parts that I needed, and it's coming together. So I'm pretty much done now. Besides the awning, the office is done and it looks great. Worked out really nice. So I'm gonna show you guys here in a little bit, but right now I'm going to help my grandma. She's gonna bring her sewing machine outside, and we're gonna take the big awning and run it through her sewing machine on this table in the driveway. I went to the hardware store and I got some bigger lag bolts for the top of the awning, so it holds it back in there, holds it to the wall much better now. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's right there, those bolts. So when we first broke the awning, those bolts came out on both. They came out on both the top mounts of the awning, and it was like sticking out. There was a gap in there of an inch or two. This whole thing was hanging down. I got this strut. The guy at the RV place had a spare arm for an awning in his junk pile, and found the strut. Fits perfect. Took it out, put the new one in. This is the new one. So fix that, and the awning's almost good to go. Spent quite a bit of money lately just getting all the little stuff for the RV. Stuff just adds up so fast for that. So learning really quickly how much it takes to fix all this little stuff and get it ready for the road, and I'm sure there'll be tons of maintenance while I'm on the road. So yeah, but it's gonna be fun, and leaving in a few days. Just for your guys' sake, if anyone is gonna try to get into this and be a newbie like me, one thing that I figured out really quick is that a small generator, even though it had, the one I had before had 3,000 to 4,000 watts, the breaker on the plug for the generator was only 13 amps. So we tested the AC. The AC is pulling like 11.9, 12. So it was right there on the verge of tripping the breaker, and when you turn anything else on, or the refrigerator compressor would kick on, which it does automatically, it would trip the breaker and everything would shut off. So I went looking for a generator, and I had to make sure that the plug, whether it's 120 volt, whether it's 240, whatever the plug is, it has to have a 30, see where this one says, right here, this one says 30A, 30 amp. So you can run up to 30 amps through that plug. And this one, see, it's 20 amps. So 20 amp plug, 30 amp plug. That means when that exceeds 20 amps or 30, it's going to trip the breaker, and these are going to pop out, and that's going to stop working. So figured out pretty quick that you don't necessarily have to have the high watts, but you have to have the plug that has a high amp breaker. Otherwise, you're just going to have tons of problems. It's going to trip all the time. So I haven't hooked this one up, but I'm 99% certain that this one's going to have more than enough at the breaker and more than enough power with the watts. Okay, Grandma's getting the thread ready in the machine, so we're going to bring it out here, set it on this table. Probably have to move their car, and then we will slide the awning through and try to sew it and get it fixed, instead of having to spend about $1,000 for a new awning, $1,200. So that'll be nice.
Put back up here's where this thing is. No, look up on the thread. That's where I started again, and then I cut that son of a bitch off. Alright, whatever you think it is. Well, let's see the picture.
Okay, real quick, because I got a lot to do, I'm gonna show you guys the office. I'm completely finished with it. The camper is all fixed. I got everything ready. Hitting the road probably tomorrow or Saturday to head to Utah, but I want to show you guys the finished office and kind of the remodel, how it looks after doing all that stuff to it, getting all that work done. So here we go. Ended up taking a lot more space than I thought it would with this desk, but I had this desk in my basement and it fit basically perfectly where I planned on putting a desk. I just didn't realize quite how much space it would take up. So this is how it is for now. I might actually change it and disconnect this piece from the desk because it disconnects right here, and that is a separate piece. I might actually take that piece off and move this piece to the wall and just have that portion of the desk to leave this area more open, give me some space to roll around, maybe put something there for storage. But there's just not, you know, by the time you move the chair back, you have enough room to kind of sit down and turn your chair into the desk, and that's about it. But it's really all I need right now. It works great. It's a tight squeeze, but there's enough room there, it really doesn't bother me. So this is how I have it set up now. I really like it. Computer fits perfectly under the bunk. I've got room, I got a lamp up, I've got candles, I got a charging station I'm getting set up here. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments, if you think I should get rid of this portion and just do one side, or maybe how you guys would have done it differently. But I kind of like the way it turned out. Basically that's it, that's a wrap. That just kind of just shows you can kind of do anything you put your mind to. You just take a couple days and do a little research. Call for a little help if you have questions, or friends or people that know more than you, figure it out. So that's my new office, is in the back of my camper. I'm pretty pumped about it, honestly, because I really did not want to have to work out here on the table all the time, especially with wires and stuff like that. So I think it turned out awesome. Let me know what you guys think.